Hello everyone, my name is Samar Abu Surdana, and today I'm going to be teaching you Q Skills for Success Reading Level 2, Unit 1, Unusual Ideas to Make a Buzz. First of all, let's start with the vocabulary activity on page 4. The definitions: clear, easy to see, hear, or understand. Connect, to join or to link to something or someone. Contribute, to give or be part of something with other people. Express, to say or show how you think or feel. Find out, to get to discover information about something. Spread, to affect a large area or group of people. Trend, a change to something different. Now what you need to do is match the correct word with the right sentence. Number 1, I don't know what time the mall opens. I'll go online to find out. 2, more people are buying digital books to read on a computer or electronic device. This is a trend that started a few years ago. 3, a small fire can spread quickly in a dry place. 4, each member of the group should contribute equally to the project. 5, thanks to the internet, Omar can always connect with his family even though he lives in London. 6, because Doc and Liz don't speak Spanish well, they cannot express themselves well when on vacation in Spain. 7, it was very clear that Nora didn't do her homework. She didn't know any answers during the class discussion. Moving on to the preview section, activity C. Read the title and look at the pictures in the article about advertising. What do you think the article will say about advertising? Now the answers will vary, and a possible answer is the article will ask about unusual things that advertisers do to promote products. In the reading section, unusual ideas to make a buzz. Every year, companies spend millions of dollars on advertising to create buzz about their products. In other words, to get people talking about them. Companies know that people like to talk about unusual, funny, and remarkable things. Nowadays, companies are using many creative ways to help products become more popular. One idea that can contribute to popularity is to do something very unusual. Red Bull is a company that makes energy drinks. They want people to feel energetic when they think about Red Bull, so they sponsored an unusual event. 43-year-old Felix Baumgartner jumped from 39 kilometers up in space to set a new world record for skydiving. He traveled more than 1,300 kilometers per hour in a spacesuit with Red Bull's name on it. This is part of a new trend in advertising in which companies pay for unusual events, hoping that customers will talk more about their product. Some other companies choose to do something surprising so that people will remember their product and spread their idea. A good example is a company called Blendtec. Tom Dixon, Blendtec owner, had an idea to make his blenders look more interesting. He made videos showing his blenders mixing up unusual things. He put items like smartphones, rakes, or sports equipment into one of the machines and asked, will it blend? People were surprised to see a blender cut a smartphone into small pieces. Everyone talked about the videos and wanted to find out more about the blenders. Dixon was invited to demonstrate his product on TV shows. His blenders became much more popular and he sold a lot more of them. The company that makes Doritos, a snack food, had a different ideas about creating buzz. They decided to get their customers involved, so they began a competition. They asked customers to make their own TV ads, then they asked viewers to choose the ads that they liked the best. This created buzz because people like to participate and express their own opinions. Another way to make a product popular is to connect it in people's minds with something that they see often to improve sales. The maker of KitKat chocolate bars used advertisements that connected KitKat bars with coffee. They hoped that every time people drink coffee, they would think of Kit Kat bars. They were right. Sales improved by more than 50% when people connected Kit Kat bars with coffee. There are many ways that advertisers hope to make their product become popular. Doing something surprising or exciting, asking customers to get involved, or connecting the product with something that people see regularly. Whatever method is used, the result is clear: more buzz and more popularity. In exercise B, match each product to the type of advertising used for it, mentioned in the article, of course. Number 1, Red Bull with C, use the skydiver. 2, Blendtec with D, use their product to cut things to pieces. 3, Doritos with A, ask customers to make TV ads. 4, Kit Kat bars with B, connected the product with coffee. Moving on to activity C, write the correct paragraph number next to each idea from the reading. Then underline the sentence where you found the answer. So you need to underline the sentence in the paragraph and write the paragraph number to each idea. The first idea, A, people like to participate and express their own opinions. Now this is found in paragraph 4. And you need to underline this sentence in paragraph 4. This created buzz because people like to participate and express their own opinions. B, sometimes companies do surprising things to get people talking about products. Now this is found in paragraph 3, and you need to underline some other companies choose to do something surprising to the end of the sentence. C, advertisers try to create a buzz about their products. Found in paragraph 1, and you need to underline this sentence. Every year companies spend millions of dollars on advertising, etc. to the end of the sentence. D, there are many ways that advertisers try to make their product popular. This is found in paragraph 6, and the sentence to underline is: there are many ways that advertisers hope to make their product popular, and to the end of the sentence. E, some companies like to hold unusual events. From paragraph 2, and the part to underline, this is part of a new trend in advertising in which companies pay for unusual events. To the end of the sentence. When people are surprised, they may talk about what they have seen. Now, the idea F is from paragraph 3, and the sentence to underline: people were surprised to see a blender cut a smartphone into small pieces. Everyone talked about the videos and wanted to find out more about the blenders. Moving on to page 7. Exercise D. Answer the questions. Then circle the answer in the reading. So first of all, you need to answer these questions. Go back to the reading and circle the answer in the reading article. Question 1. What does the word buzz mean? Buzz means people talk a lot about something because it is popular. 2. How high was Felix Baumgartner? How high was Felix Baumgartner when he jumped from space? 39 kilometers. 3. How fast did Felix Baumgartner travel on his skydiving adventure? More than 1,300 kilometers per hour. 4. What items did Tom Dixon put in his blenders? Smartphones, brakes, sports equipment. 5. What method did Kit Kat use to get people to buy more candy? The answer is they connected Kit Kat bars with coffee. 6. By how much did Kit Kat sales improve? Sales improved by more than 50%. 7. Why do companies want to create buzz about their product? Because more people will buy products that people are talking about. Moving on to activity E, complete each statement. Why did people talk about these products? So you need to complete the following statements. The first one is, people talked about Red Bull because. You need to write the reason why. Because Felix Baumgartner performed a stunt while wearing a spacesuit with the Red Bull's name on it. 2. People talked about Blendtec because Tom Dixon made videos showing blenders mixing up unusual things. 3. People thought about Doritos because Doritos asked their customers to make their own TV ads. 4. People thought about Kit Kat because they drink coffee often and the ads connected Kit Kat with coffee. Next, write what you think. First of all, discuss these questions in a group. So you need to discuss these questions with your colleagues or with your teacher. 1. Which type of advertising from the reading do you think is most successful? Of course, the answers will vary. For example, I think Kit Kat had the most successful advertising method. They improved sales by more than 50% because they used ads that connected Kit Kat bars with coffee. Question 2. What is an advertisement that you can remember? Why do you remember it? This depends on your opinion, and you write the reason why you remember that specific advertisement. In section B, you need to choose one of the previous questions and write a response. Like I said before, you can follow in the footsteps of these examples. Moving on to the reading skill, identifying the main idea of a paragraph. Now, a paragraph is a group of sentences about one topic. The main idea of a paragraph is the most important point about the topic. You can often find the main idea in the first or second sentence of a paragraph. This is the topic sentence. So the sentence that contains the main idea is called the topic sentence. The other sentences help explain or support the main idea. Identifying the main idea of a paragraph will help you to understand and remember what you read. In activity A, you need to read the paragraphs, then circle the main idea. So first of all, read the paragraphs, then circle the main idea. Now, in paragraph 1, the main idea is sentence 1, which is the topic sentence. Experts often influence our actions and purchases. And in paragraph 2, the topic sentence, which contains the main idea, is also the first sentence. Other customers also influence our purchases. In activity B, read the questions, look back at reading 1 on pages 5 and 6, circle the correct answer for each question, then write the key sentence from reading 1 that help you find the answer. So you need to write the key sentence from reading 1 that help you find the answers. First of all, you need to read the questions, go back to the reading, and circle the correct answer from the options given, and write the key sentence here from reading 1. Number 1, what is the main idea of paragraph 2? So go back to paragraph 2 and decide which is it. Is it A, B, or C? The correct answer is C. More companies are using unusual events to make people excited about their products. And the key sentence in paragraph 2 is, one idea that can contribute to popularity is to do something very unusual. 2, what is the main idea of paragraph 3? The correct answer is A. People will spread your idea if it's surprising. And the key sentence, some other companies choose to do something surprising so that people will remember their product and spread their idea. 3, what is the main idea of paragraph 4? C. Doritos customers participated so they felt more involved. And the key sentence is, this created buzz because people like to participate and express their own opinions. 4, what is the main idea of paragraph 5? B. Connecting a product with something that people see often can help make it popular. And the key sentence is, another way to make a product popular is to connect it in people's mind with something that they see often. Reading 2, how do you decide? Activity A, vocabulary. Here are some words from reading 1. Read the sentences, circle the phrases that best matches the meaning of each underlined word. Number 1, Jordan's parents influenced his decision to apply to the college where they had studied. The answer is A, had an effect on. So influenced means, in this context, of course, had an effect on. 2, I love to talk with people and solve their problems. I would like to be a psychologist. B, a person who studies the human mind. 3, when I got home from the mall, I showed my new purchases to my brother. B, something that I bought. 4, I highly recommend this book. It is a fascinating story. A, say that something is good. 5, the researcher looked at how often TV stations schedule children's programs. The answer is A, person who studies something. 6, the review of the new TV show was very good. The answer is A, an article that judges a show and tells if it's good. 7, Ali is very popular and has an active social life. B, related to meeting people and spending time with them. 8, the scientist did an unusual study about the behavior of mice. B, research project. Moving on to the preview section, activity C. What do you think the article will say, and check your answer. So you need to first preview the article, and then you may check. People make their shopping choices because of what other people buy. The first one. Moving on to the reading section on page 11. How do you decide? How do you decide what clothing or book to buy or which restaurant to eat at? You may think that you decide for yourself, but according to studies of human behavior, people around us greatly influence our choices and decisions. Psychologists say that social proof influences us. Social proof is how other people's actions influence us. When we are not sure what to do, we look at what others are doing. The actions of other people are the proof of the right thing to do. One example of this is the sidewalk experiment. If you stand still on a busy sidewalk and look up into the sky, no one will copy your actions. As one person, you probably won't influence other strangers, but social research has discovered something interesting in New York City. When a group of 4 people looked up at the sky on a busy sidewalk, 80% of the passers-by looked up at the sky. The passers-by thought the 4 people must know something special. A group of people influences the behavior of others. Businesses are very interested in understanding social proof. They want to influence us to buy their products. For that reason, social proof is very important in advertising. 4 groups of people give social proof: experts, other consumers, crowds, and friends. First, experts often influence our actions and purchases. For example, an expert on a TV health show may recommend a medicine because the expert is knowledgeable. We may follow the advice. Advertisers use experts for social proof. Other consumers also influence our purchases and show social proof. When a consumer uses a product, we listen to his or her opinion. On the internet, consumers can express their opinions about products. For example, people write reviews of hotels and restaurants on travel websites. Online bookstores have book reviews from ordinary people. These websites are very popular because people are interested in consumers' opinions. The third type of social proof comes from crowds. McDonald's, the fast food giant, has a sign on every restaurant. Billions and billions said. The crowds of people who eat at McDonald's are the social proof of McDonald's popularity. In a recent experiment, a major hotel company wanted to decrease the number of towels it washed. The first hotel room sign said, "Help us help the environment. Please reuse your bath towel." Not many people did. The hotel changed the sign to say, Most guests in this hotel reuse their towels. Will you? 26% of the guests then reuse their towels. Finally, they changed the sign to say, most guests in this room reuse their towels. Will you? 33% reuse their towels. In this case, the actions of a group influenced other people. According to another study, when a restaurant marks certain dishes as our most popular, sales of those dishes increase by at least 13%. The behavior of other people can influence actions and purchases. Finally, there is social proof of friends. Friends influence us the most, more than expert crowds or other consumers. Our friends are usually more like us than other people, and we trust their recommendations. A quick text message or smartphone photo can show a new purchase that is perhaps the best advertising of all. And for companies, it is free. It is simply friends talking about purchases. The next time you buy something, think about how you decided to buy it. It was probably a friend's influence. Moving on to activity B, circle the correct answer for each question. Question 1. What is the main idea of the reading? And the answer is A. Different groups of people influence our purchases. Question 2. What is the main idea of paragraph 2? The answer is B. The actions of other people will influence a person's behavior. In activity C, you need to answer the following questions. Question 1. What is social proof? Social proof is how other people's actions influence us. 2. Why are businesses interested in social proof? They want to influence us to buy their products. 3. Why do people follow the advice of experts? Because experts are knowledgeable. And question 4. Why are travel and book review websites popular? People are interested in consumers' opinions. Question 5. What is probably the best advertising of all? A friend's recommendation. Moving on to activity D. Number the sentences in the order in which the ideas appear in the reading. We'll start with the right order. So C is number 1. In social proof, others' actions influence our behavior. E is number 2. The actions of groups of people influence us to act the same way. D, number 3. Advertisers use experts to influence our purchases. A, number 4. Consumer reviews are an example of social proof. And B, number 5. Friends are the strongest social proof. Moving on to activity E. Complete the paragraph with words from the box. Social proof is how other people's actions influence us. A group of people can influence the behavior of others. Experts can influence our actions and purchases because they are knowledgeable. We also sometimes buy things because of other consumers, even if we don't know them. But the people who influence it the most are our friends because we trust their recommendations. That may be the best advertising of all. Moving on to activity F. According to the magazine article, which of the following are examples of social proof? So you check the examples of social proof. And the right answers are: check number 1, doing something because other people are doing it. Check number 3, staying at a hotel because of a review on a travel website. Check number 4, sharing a text message about a recent purchase. And check number 6, following the advice of an expert. Moving on to page 14, write what you think. Now, first of all, as usual, you need to discuss some questions in a group. Look back at your quick write on page 10 as you think about what you learned. The first question: describe a time when you did something because of social proof. If you were influenced by any of the examples mentioned in the article, so discuss this question with a colleague or in a group. And the second question, why do you think social proof is effective? So express your opinion. And in B, think about the unit video reading 1, reading 2 as you discuss these questions. So another 2 discussing questions. Then choose one question and write a response. So you pick either question 1 or 2 and write a response. In what ways do companies use social proof to encourage you to buy new products? How do new trends begin? Give an example of a new trend. Why did it become popular? So mainly pick one of these 2 questions and write your response. In the vocabulary skill, we have word families. Learning about word families can help you improve your vocabulary. Word families are groups of words that come from the same root. So, all words in one family share the same root. If you know the meaning of the noun form of a word, you may also recognize the verb form. In some word families, the noun form and the verb form are the same, like in these examples. His teacher had a strong influence on him. Influence here is a noun, and here parents influence their children. Influence here is a verb, and you can only distinguish between them through the context. In activity A, look at the pairs of words and decide if each word is a noun or a verb, then write the words in the correct side of the chart. Use a dictionary to help you if necessary. So, the first example is already done. Choice is a noun and choose is a verb. Then connect, verb, connection, noun. Contribution, noun, contribute, verb. Discuss, verb, discussion, noun. Enjoy, verb, enjoyment, noun. Gift, noun. Give, verb. Inform, verb, information, noun. Thought, noun. Think, verb. Moving on to activity B. Read the sentences, write noun, write N for noun or V for verb for each bold word. So you need to decide if the bold word is a noun or a verb. Number 1, my brother study in the kitchen every night. Study is a verb. The study showed important changes in trends. Noun. Stephen wanted to comment on Hamid's presentation. Verb. I saw the comment Penny wrote on the website. Noun. My grandparents had an important influence on me. Noun. My friends often influence my book choices. Verb. Dr. Lee's research on weather is very interesting. Noun. Tom will research many colleges before making a decision. Verb. It is helpful to review your notes before a test. Verb. After I read the movie review, I didn't want to see the movie. Now, after I read the movie review here is a noun. And finally, activity C. Complete each sentence with a noun or a verb from activity B. For verbs, use the correct form of the simple present. So you either add the S to the singular form verbs or leave it in base form for the plural form by using the simple present. Number 1, Don studies in the library at night. Now notice here, it's not study, it's studies because it's simple present and the subject is singular. 2, Faisal usually reviews books for the college newspaper. 3, the weather has a strong influence on farmers' fruits and vegetables. 4, my father always comments on my clothing. 5, Wafa researches news stories for a job at a magazine. And 6, Alan's study is on the psychology of teenage shoppers. 7, there are only a few comments from my teacher on my essay. And 8, TV commercials often influence our decisions about which products to buy. That's it, everybody. Thank you for listening and stay safe.